unique selling points you have, and you don't have to do what everybody does to help Ghana. Maybe yours is to fetch a bucket of water and help a wayfarer. Yours is to even say a nice word to somebody to encourage them to do what they are doing for themselves and their community. That is a form of service. But why does it have to be somebody is doing this and I have everything wrong with the person and what they are doing? I am not here to mount any spirited defense as to how somebody made their pounds or made their dollars or Ghana cedis. That is up to them to render an account to their maker. But then, when people try to pull their weight a bit and become nationalistic, if you even don't throw in a word of commendation, some of the comments are quite, and I'll read some of them to you soon. The gentleman said, I'm sure he was explaining the motivation behind making such an offer to the state. Quote and unquote, we are hoping that the disease does not affect more people in Ghana, but should the need arise, we are preparing to work with government and health organizations to utilize number 1 Oxford Street Hotel and Suites as a center to house victims and or medical personnel. We invested over $50 million. The young man said he and his partners invested over $50 million and spent some time with successful people and understand how money moves around. When someone says, I have invested this much into an investment or into a property, it doesn't mean the whole of the money came from his pocket or his bank accounts. Business people form partnerships. Maybe your own contribution to the partnership is at the architectural level. You can design the property, for example. You are a partner. Maybe your contribution could be at the financial level. You are providing the cash for the project to get off the ground. You are a partner. But because of this poverty mentality, when we hear a staggering figure, everybody runs for cover, asking, oh, how could one individual control that much? Money moves. And when money moves, it doesn't move because individuals own it. Money may move because a coterie of people and companies own that money. And people have shares in companies. So if someone tells you, I sit on top of a business that is worth $200 million, for example, money you and I have never dreamt of, money you and I have never seen and may never see till we go to our graves, it doesn't mean the person speaking readily has that cash. Don't you know there are people sitting in luxury cars and sometimes money to buy petrol is a challenge because it's all about liquidity. Business people move money. And at a given point in time, maybe the business person has thrown all of his money or her money into investments, and the investments have not yet matured. So when you ask the person for even a small amount of money, a paltry physical cash, the person will not be able to provide you. So the guy says, this is an investment worth some $50 million and he's ready. And that doesn't mean he pumped all of the $50 million into the investment. There are partnerships that are forged when you invest. He said we invested over $50 million to